Assalamu alaikum. Today is online lecture on 5th year student of Ad-Din Medical College. The topics are eyelid disorders. I am Professor Dr. Muhammad Lutfur Rahman, Professor of Ophthalmology at Ad-Din Medical College, telling you the different type of eyelid diseases. First of all, you know about this anatomical structure, eyelid of the eyelid, blood supply, its nerve supply, its function, and different parts of the eyelids. You should know all about these things. If you do not know these things, you can't understand the disease process. Divide the total eyelid disorder lecture is part 1, part 2 and part 3. Today only the part 1 I will discuss about the eyelid disorder gross anatomy, that is what are the function of the eyelids. Eyelids acts as a shutter. What about the shutter? It shuts the light which enters the eye. Also it protects the eye from injuries. That is why it acts as a shutter. Another function is eyelid spreads the tear film over the cornea. And another function is it helps to drainage of the tear film through the puncta in the nasolacrimal system. There are three main functions. Number 1 is acts as a shutter. Number 2, spreading of the tear film. Number 3, drainage of the tear film. There are two main different parts of the eyelid. One is orbital part, one is tarsal part. Another different organs related to the lid, that is lid margin, lid canthi, palpebral fissure. You just know about the terms. Now we come to the main structure of the eyelid. It is very important. The eyelid structure, important in retain, important in viva, important in OSPI also. That is, what are the structure? Structure is enumerated from in front to behind. সামনের থেকে পিছন দিক পর্যন্ত. In front is skin. Skin is stratified squamous epithelium. Under the skin, second layer is subcutaneous areolar tissue. Subcutaneous areolar tissue. Next is striated muscle layer. Number 3 layer is striated muscle layer. What are the striated muscle? Mainly two muscle. One is orbicularis oculi, another is LPS, that is levator palpebrae superioris muscle. Then number 4 is submuscular areolar tissue. Number 5 is fibrous layer. Fibrous layer have two parts. One is tarsal plate, cartilaginous heart part, and another is palpebral fascia, that is septum orbitali. And number 6, non-striated muscle layer. This is also called molar muscle. And number 7 is conjunctiva. I again say skin, subcutaneous tissue, striated muscle layer, submuscular areolar tissue, fibrous layer, non-striated muscle layer, and conjunctiva. These 7 are main structure of the eyelids. Other than this, eyelids have some important glands located in the eyelid musculature. That is, what are the glands? Number 1 is meibomian glands. It is a modified sebaceous gland, gland of Zeiss, gland of Mohs, and accessory lacrimal gland of Wolframs. These 4 glands located in the eyelid. I again say that is meibomian gland, gland of Zeiss, gland of Mohs, and accessory lacrimal gland of Wolframs. These glands are very important for the student. These glands have different type of inflammatory disease process. Now, nerve supply of the eyelid. Nerve supply, mainly the motor nerve. Orbicularis oculi muscle is supplied by the 7th cranial nerve, that is facial nerve. Levator palpebrae superioris is supplied by the 3rd cranial nerve. Molar muscle supplied by the sympathetic nerve. That is, 3 motor nerve is involved: sympathetic, 3rd cranial, and 7th cranial. and sensory nerve all are mainly drained by the fifth cranial nerve, that is trigeminal nerve. These are the anatomical structures of the eyelid, that is anatomical structure, its nerve supply, its histopathological structure, like this. Now we come to the clinical points of view. Different types of eyelid diseases. There are some we divide the eyelid diseases as congenital abnormalities of the eyelids and acquired abnormality of the eyelid. In congenital abnormality, several terms are there, that is ptosis, congenital ptosis, coloboma of the lids, epicanthus, distichiasis, cryptophthalmos, microblepharon, epiblepharon, ankyloblepharon, entropion, ectropion. These are the terms. I stated this in the subsequent classes, but these are the congenital defect of the eyelid. Very important clinical terms is inflammatory disorders of the lid. What are the inflammatory disorders? Number 1 is blepharitis. Number 2 is hordeolum. Hordeolum have two types, hordeolum externum and hordeolum internum. Number 3 is chalazion. These are the inflammatory disorders. We have to read these type disorders in details. And now we come to the blepharitis. What is blepharitis? Blepharitis means inflammation of the lid margins. In lid margins there is some inflammation. What are the causes? Causes, different types of blepharitis are there. Number 1 is bacterial blepharitis, mainly the Staphylococcus infection. It is also called hemorrhagic blepharitis. Another is seborrheic blepharitis or squamous blepharitis. And number 3 is mixed type of blepharitis, mixed, either bacterial and seborrheic combined. And number 4 is parasitic blepharitis. It is very important also. You are the student, mainly the bacterial, seborrheic, mixed and parasitic blepharitis. These 4 you have to know what about the bacterial and parasitic blepharitis. Bacterial blepharitis is most common, mainly the Staphylococcus aureus infection. Also Streptococcus and Pneumococcus may. Main predisposing factor is conjunctivitis and chronic dactocystitis patient and child patientদের বেশি হয়. Clinical features of the bacterial blepharitis have irritations, itchings, lacrimations, photophobia and matted of the lashes. Lashগুলো matted হয়ে থাকে. And main sign, yellow firm crust deposited at the root of the cilia. Yellow firm crust deposited at the root of the cilia. When you remove the crust, there is on removal point bleeding occurs. That is why we call it hemorrhagic blepharitis. Mainly Staphylococcus aureus is the causative agent. This is the prime sign of hemorrhagic blepharitis. One yellow crust is formed. When remove the crust, from the crust area bleeding occurs. Different types of complication occurs in the hemorrhagic blepharitis. Number 1 is madarosis. Madarosis means scanty eyelashes, cilia and lashes are broken down. Trichiasis means misdirection of the eyelashes, and entropion, ectropion, recurrent stye formation, marginal keratitis, tear film abnormalities. These are the complications of the blepharitis. Now, what are the treatment of the bacterial blepharitis? Treatment is to maintain lid hygiene, that is warm compression, and crust may be removed by softening of the crust. Then antibiotic and steroid ointment and ocular lubricant can be used. These are the treatment protocol of the bacterial blepharitis. Another blepharitis is seborrheic blepharitis. It is also called the hemorrhagic blepharitis. This seborrheic or hemorrhagic blepharitis is associated, seborrheic or squamous blepharitis associated with seborrhea of the scalp, that is dandruff in the scalp. Symptoms is same like the hemorrhagic type, that is irritations, photophobia, watering, discomfort like this. Sign here whitish soft crust deposits at the lid margin, but in case of hemorrhagic firm yellowish crust deposited, but in case here that is whitish soft crust deposited. When you remove the crust, it does not bleed, but in hemorrhagic type can bleed. On removal point, lid margin is hyperemic or greasy color. All complications are the same, treatment is same to maintain lid hygiene, dandruff removal and steroid antibiotic drop and ocular lubricant. Another type of blepharitis very important, that is the parasitic blepharitis, infestation of the lid margin with lice. Living in poor hygiene condition, people can affected with this. These lice have 3 or 4 types. One is Theriasis palpebrarum and Theriasis pubis and pediculosis. Theriasis palpebrarum means lead lice, and pubis in pubic area lice, and pediculosis means in hands and foot, head louse is there. Clinical features is chronic irritation, itching, burning, lacrimation like this, but in sign over the lid margin, red and inflammation occurs, and lice are anchoring in the lid margin, incorporating with the cilia, and lice leg also found in the lid margin, and constant irritation is there. In maintaining the lid hygiene, we can treat it with mechanical removal of the lice with forceps. Lid hygiene maintained like warm compression, antibiotic, steroid drop and ointment, then delousing of the patient with families. These are the blepharitis. Up to this, that is inflammatory disease, mainly the blepharitis, 3 types: seborrheic type, hemorrhagic type and parasitic type. I like to conclude for today's lecture, and another part 2, part 3, even part 4 may come to on discussion about the lid disorders. Thank you very much. I like to conclude this lecture today.